guys.
Hope y'all are doing amazing.
Yes, my name is Anitra.
My name is Alicia.
And welcome back to our The Challenge 40 reaction video. We are on episode
6, I believe.
Yes, guys. And we have some unfortunate news, guys.
Oh my gosh.
There was a reason why.
There's a reason why we were so late.
So late, guys. We actually filmed the night of,
an amazing, epic recap for you guys that y'all were going to love.
Unbelievable. Irreplaceable interview. And had a special guest, you guys.
Yeah.
One of our faves. You know it. Pauly Califuria. So we had Pauly on. We had him on. Had a great interview. Yeah, we had Pally, you know. Is that my Jersey accent?
Hard.
We had Pally on.
Pally. I don't know
what kind of. Yeah, but we had Pauly on, guys. And so great. Such a great interview. Oh, my goodness. I'm so sad. Could have cried. So
she went to go put it up.
No sound. No sound, guys. So let this be a lesson to you iPhone users or anybody that uses Words Are Hard today. That when you screen record a Zoom meeting, it turns off your microphone sound. So don't do it. Don't screen record your Zoom meeting. Just hit record on the meeting. You'll get the sound. You'll be good to go. I did not hit record on the meeting.
Yeah, lots of regrets from that night. We wish you would have done like a tester, to make sure everything was going to work out.
Just been more prepared.
You live and you learn. We had to take the L on that one.
Took a big L, guys. It was a phenomenal interview.
It really, really
wasted our friend Pauly's time. Hopefully we can get him back on.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, we'll be more prepared next time. Back on. Yeah. But anyways, so we had to let go of the tragedy, had to let it go and be like, okay, we're going to film. We're going to do take 2. It's just going to be the 2 of us. And we're trying out something new this time, guys. Instead of doing kind of like a walkthrough of the episode. You guys saw the episode. You know what happened.
You don't need a play-by-play.
You don't need the play-by-play. So what we're going to do,
I think, need
highlights.
The highlights. And y'all want to get our input on the highlights. We want to get y'all's input on the highlights.
Yes, so we're doing like a sports center. We are doing the highlights, top 10 moments of the episode that stood out to us. Let us know how you feel about this new, well, maybe don't let us know yet because don't judge us too quickly. Maybe the second time we do it, let us know how you feel about it. Give us a chance. Give it a chance. So we're trying this new format. Hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully we like it. But, you know, if we don't like it, we'll just go back to the way things used to be. But anyways, we have our top 10 highlights that we reacted to the episode. And starting at number 1, at the top of the episode, we wanted, Johnny's PTSD, guys.
She was really hurt.
We got to address it.
Nehemiah choosing her to be vulnerable. And she compared it to
her parents, which, gosh, I hated that. I hated seeing that. First of all, Johnny doesn't deserve that. The trauma that she must have from her parents not being there for her. That's terrible. I don't think it should be likened to Nehemiah doing what he did. I don't think it's on that level. I think Nehemiah did you a solid that season and helped you win, but that doesn't mean he wants to hand it to you
again. Hand things to you over and over again.
It's unreasonable. He knows that you have a winning ability
for you. You've already won twice. Why would he feel the need to hand things to you? Are you going to hand things to him?
I mean, she should because she owes him, but he doesn't owe her because he's already done her a solid. So it was just an interesting take. But, you know,
she was really hurt and she took it personally. And we don't know that it should have been taken personally. I don't think there was anything personal to do with it. It was a game thing. At the end of the day, y'all are playing a game. You got to remember that.
So I really do hope and pray that Johnny can forgive Nehemiah because it wasn't the personal move that she thinks it is. And I also hope and pray that she can heal from the trauma that she has and be able to trust people, but also not expect things that are not logical or reasonable to expect from people in this kind of game. But yeah, that's the first thing that stood out to us. Moving on to number 2. Number 2 is Cara,
Cara being the bigger person. When it came to the competition, they get to the daily and Cara says, I really wanted to sit here and do nothing.
I really could sit here and do nothing. It would be much deserved and earned, but it's just not in my character. It's just not in me to throw things.
Like you, Laurel. So
you really just have to admire it. What are your thoughts?
I'm talking about your thoughts.
Oh, my thoughts. I admire the heck out of her because, as I said before when we were talking to Pauly about it, I really do think she saved their team because I fully saw their team just disintegrating into chaos. Because I was like, because Laurel has thrown this she's thrown this dagger or she's done this thing, this deed, Cara Maria has every right to throw as well. And so then she throws, and then Laurel throws again, and then she throws. In era 2, it's just losing. They cannot win this way. And literally the only way that they survive this way is by going into elimination and somehow winning every single elimination. Otherwise, they're just throwing, they're going into eliminations, and their team is just falling like flies. So, and they're doing everyone a favor because they are a huge threat as a team. So, and Paulie said this in the interview, guys, and I'm going to mention this. He said that Ryan helped to talk Cara Maria off of the ledge. And so we have Ryan and Cara Maria to thank for, they saved their team, essentially.
I personally don't think that the team was saved at all.
Oh.
I think that it was prolonged an extra week. I don't expect Laurel to be this person that's like, oh, well, I'm going to now play this way too. I don't think that she's that logical of a player. I think if she feels that it is in her best interest to throw again, she will. She does not care what Cara decided to do or not. And I do think that it was interesting the way Cara decided to say she was going to be the bigger person, because she was also kind of throwing shade and being like backhanded kind of with Laurel.
Well, she had the right to do that. Why not?
She did.
I mean, you got to do something.
Saying, could it have had more impact if it wasn't?
If she was the full big person and wasn't throwing any shade.
The bigger person. But like I said, I do not expect Laurel to play logically. I don't think she's a logical player. I think she's a very selfish player.
Well, there you go.
She will continue to play selfishly. So I don't think
There you go, because if she is to play smart, if she is to do something that benefits her, it would be to not throw anymore, because what she should have learned is that when I throw, I open up the door for people to throw for me as well. And fool you once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So I feel like they're giving her a chance to save herself. Save yourself.
We'll see if she takes
it.
And
if she does not take it, they are not doing that a second time. And she will only have herself to blame. So I really do hope that she learned a lesson and she knows that she can't afford to do that. Play that way. That's what I'm hoping.
Hopefully.
But like she said, though Laura will say differently, she is not the smartest player.
She's a very vindictive player.
She's not the brightest bulb in the box.
Play more so vindictively. Like if she feels she's been wronged, she will put it upon herself more so to right the situation, more so than even like playing smart, So I don't know.
Yeah, because essentially getting rid of Emily wasn't smart. Like you need your team to be strong, but but she thinks it was smart. So we can't even
game in a different way. Yeah,
she plays it in a different way.
Like Mimi getting forward and like not realizing like, hey, you might need these people to get forward. So
yep,
it's very interesting.
Yep, very interesting to say the least. But yeah, huge ups to you, Cara Maria. Couldn't have been me. Like Paulie said in the interview, couldn't have been him. Like we would have been like popping them balloons, bam, 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 like just running around.
I'm going to tell you, I don't want to talk about stuff that Paulie said.
Okay, because, okay. We won't talk about things that Paulie said. Yeah,
so
that's
from
true.
Here on out, guys,
it was such a good interview, guys. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. We talked about Big Brother, guys. We talked about. He had such great takes on things.
Yeah, we'll talk about things again.
We'll talk about it again.
We'll see it.
All right, good. Thank you. We're not going to talk any further. All right. Era 4, moving on, we're going to talk about, our reaction to the daily competition. Jordan yelling, is it fair? Is the competition fair? That's what we're going to talk about. Like,
oh, yeah.
First of all, our reaction to the daily competition was, didn't like it, didn't care for it too much. First of all, when they're saying the rules, we're like, okay, wait, what? Because then they say it doesn't even matter how many balloons you bring ultimately. Or how fast you do it. It doesn't matter how fast you do it ultimately. If you can solve the puzzle, how fast you get the puzzle. None of that really matters. It just matters how many balloons, like how having the most balloons.
That part didn't necessarily bother me, because to me it's one of those like, you better listen closely, because if you're listening closely, you will see the objective of the game is like slow and steady wins the race. It's not rabbit. Like, it's be the tortoise. Like,
and I can respect that. I can respect that.
But here's where we had the problem.
Yeah, here's where I had the problem. Sorry, I just realized we don't have our mics, but yeah, we'll be okay. Here's what bothered me, guys. What bothered me was, it's like when I was in high school and we had a one-act play, and because we're actresses, a little. I think most of y'all know that, but we act and we sing, all that stuff. So we're doing a play, and our play scores really well. But in the play, we had this bench, And this bench that, someone could sit on, it's a bench, it's there. But throughout the entire show, nobody used the bench. And so we kind of got dinged on that, because it's like, if you have props, if you have scenery, you should utilize it. Otherwise, why is it there? And so for me, I felt like they should have been dinged on this daily, because if you're going to have a puzzle, if you're going to have, these obstacles and have especially the puzzle. And if you're going to have these obstacles and you're trying to get them to do it fast, it seems, that
should be taken into account in some kind of way.
It was like a prop that was not used.
Yeah.
Especially the puzzle. It didn't matter.
We did talk about that. Yeah. It didn't. So it has to matter in some kind of capacity. So they should have done an averaging of the times or something. But then also ultimately what we felt was really unfair was the fact that the competition came down to who had the most balloons. But then there are teams like Era 1 that has no people on it. Logically, they're not going to be able to bring back more balloons than any other team.
And that's where we talk about, is it fair? We don't think that it's fair because of that.
Logically, they're going to be the losers without even trying. It's just not going to happen. And so we have, again, we're going to say something that we have said plenty of times.
Do like Survivor. You have this show right here. We're watching all these shows. Take notes from each other, guys. Take notes from Survivor. When someone leaves from a tribe on Survivor, then
they have a next challenge.
They have to sit players out. They have to sit players out, and they have this rule. It's amazing. You can't sit the same player out 2 weeks in a row. There you go. Just if Era 1 has 5 people and all these other eras have 8 people, they're going to lose every single time, and it's boring. It's boring. It reminds me of
War of the Worlds.
No, not War of the Worlds. It was not Double Agents. Spies, Lies, and Allies. Spies, Lies, and Allies, you guys, with freaking Emerald Cell and Ruby Cell and whatever the cells were.
And the one cell kept winning because it had the most people.
Yes, so and it's like they could not overcome that because they had more people. If you sit these people out, Era 1 will have a fighting chance. And even if they still suck because they're older or whatever, at least people can say they gave them a fair shot. And it's
because if this was Survivor, if Era 1 had 5 people, the other eras would have had to choose 5 people to play, and everyone else would have had to sit out, and that would have been more fair. So.
And guess what? That's more fun to watch. That's more interesting to watch. You know someone has a shot. You don't automatically know who's going to lose. So
please, the challenge, we are begging you guys, please be fair.
Be fair.
We don't want to watch these things where it's not fair. I'm sorry.
And another thing we wanted to talk about, we saw Jordan yelling a lot. Apparently, Nia said, for her, it inspires her. Like, she played a sport. I forget what sport it was. And it's like her coach yelled at her and it inspired her. So, it does work for some people. Some people, they're like, hey, that get my butt into gear.
Like, for other people like Tori, who is also probably sees herself as a coach, it's hard because it's like, I don't need you to coach me because I already know what to do. And what you're saying is actually even the right thing that I should be doing. And also, the way Jordan be yelling at people, it's not, to me, helpful. He'd be like, come on, you need to do this. Come on. Most of the time, it's why? Why are you doing that? What?
Yeah.
What? And it's just what? You're not actually telling me, helping me out with any kind of strategy. You're just being like, why are you sucking, pretty much, in my opinion. And then, literally, his balloon popped, I remember, during the challenge, and nobody said a word to him. That wouldn't happen.
But let it be someone else's balloon.
If somebody else did it, he would have been down their throats. So.
And I know you're passionate. Jordan. I love that. Keep that passion, but man, you gotta calm it down a little bit. It'd be a little pot calling the kettle black a little bit.
You're not perfect.
Yeah.
So don't be treating these people like they
have to be perfect.
Yeah, they have to.
Give people grace because they're giving you grace. So, and you're giving yourself grace. I hope so. When you're popping the balloon, you're not like, dang, Jordan, get together. So if you're not doing that to yourself, don't do that to them. All right, so moving on. Then we want to talk about highlight number 3, which is Era 4 winning. Era 4 won.
Again, Era 4 is proving themselves.
They are. They did well. You can't take it away from them. Josh was listening. Their Era was listening, and they said, you know what? These rules, we hear them, and it's not all about speed. And we're going to focus on just getting our balloons safely there. And so even though they came in last, as far as being the slowest ones to get there, the tortoise won the race because...
And they worked hard for that because they were maneuvering, like they were up crawling on their backs and doing all kinds of stuff to avoid those nails. So it was really cool to see them come out with the W. And
it was. They're proving themselves. These people that the fandom pretty much hates and says ruined the show. Like, they're really proving themselves.
And it was Josh and... Who was with him? Olivia?
Yeah. No,
because she wanted to
Jenny, because she wasn't happy.
Yeah, that got to be in power, and Josh was scared last week to step up, but he finally did, and look at it, it paid off for him. So,
I'm surprised that wasn't a highlight. But yeah, good job, Era 4. Congratulations, you guys are proving yourselves. You really are. People may not like y'all, but they got to give y'all your credit. They may not like all of y'all. They probably don't like all of y'all. But I'm just saying, people may not like some of you, but you're proving yourselves. Moving on to our fifth highlight. I don't know how to count. Okay, yeah, we already did these. Okay, so fifth highlight would be Josh and Jenny sticking with bananas despite Corey's argument and their era's wishes. You can already tell how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Annoyed. How did you feel about that?
It just was not the right choice. It was like their era was telling them they just had started building this relationship with era 3, and to me this decision made that relationship go like that. Like they're no longer owe them anything, so then that puts them in a more vulnerable position now. And then also it's like, Josh, you didn't owe Johnny anything, like, and you were Johnny good with Corey. Trip you
were good with Corey. You never stabbed him in the back, and now you done stabbed him in the back.
You don't want to backstab new people. Like, I don't know about that decision.
Like, yeah, it's like in Big Brother, they just put the same people on the block over and over again because they're like, I already put them up there before. Might as well do it again and not get any new blood on my hand. But Josh said, let me get some new blood on my hands. Yeah. Let's do it.
And then also, Anitra brought up the fact of
in
that
USA
season
too,
that
guys.
he betrayed Johnny in. Johnny was furious, and Johnny was saying he's going to get
to me.
Payback.
I'm gonna get I'm gonna get it back. Yeah, get my lick back. I'm not playing with you anymore. We're not friends anymore. Like this, that, and the third. Like he was.
So I
done with him. So
we still don't know if that move is going to even pay off for him in the way that he thinks that it will, because ultimately
Johnny's a very vindictive person.
Can be like, you know what? Yeah, you paint me that olive branch, but I still want to get you back,
and I still owe you one from that. So. So now we're even. After he does that, he sends him home. Like,
now we're good.
He is one of those people that has to get his lick back, it seems. Like, so I don't know. Like Alicia said, Josh may have done this for no reason. But I guess it was good for Jenny, maybe. Jenny never did anything wrong to him.
And it's so stupid, though, because literally Jenny and it's just like, well, we just wanted to look out for ourselves. And we know Johnny's not going to go for us. Okay, that is one person. Y'all's whole team is supposed to be working with Era 3. That's a whole team that you had looking out for y'all. So y'all betrayed a whole team to have one person maybe looking out for y'all. I don't know.
Yeah, one person that also, like Michelle so brilliantly pointed out, will probably beat you guys in the end, will be the reason why you lose, and y'all are going to be sitting there having handed him and Laurel the game on a silver platter, is what Michelle said. So, that's another thing.
But I do want to point out that I thought it was funny that Michelle was just like, why did they do that? Why would y'all do that? Y'all need to throw them in. Everybody knows that they're the powerful ones and they are the ones to beat and stuff. But it's like, Michelle, if you had some power, would you have thrown them in? I really would like to know, because Michelle plays a very strategic, very politic kind of game, and I just don't know if she would have made that shot herself. I think she was pushing others to make it, was disappointed they didn't make it. And
well, you know, considering the circumstances of the episode and how things unfolded, she may have been more inclined to put him in there, whereas maybe it would have been more...
She might be more inclined so now, after everything that happened, but literally that's why Johnny was talking to her, because he's worried that Devin's going to get her to go against him.
Yeah, but let's not jump the gun too fast, because we're coming to that. That's right next.
So I'm just saying, we don't know. Like, I don't know if Michelle would have made that decision. And Michelle likes other people to do her dirty work sometimes.
Yeah, but Corey had a great argument, though. Yeah, it is smart of her. I don't remember his argument right now, but I remember it being really good. Was it just that they were better?
They were working together. Those two eras were supposed to be working together. They've never he's always kept his word with him. He's going to keep him safe moving forward. There was literally no reason to really make that decision other than him just wanting to do Johnny a solid.
Yep.
I really hope Johnny
went against his heir's wishes.
Pays him back for it.
Yeah, really Casey, everybody's sitting there shaking their heads. Even Casey, guys. And she's Johnny like, why are you doing this? This is just a bad move. We need to put them in. But yeah, we're going to see. We're going to see if he pays him back or not. Time will tell. Moving on to our next one. We've been itching to get to it. You know, we just did a little preview of it. Devin versus Bananas, you guys. Bananas. That was literally bananas. That's the adjective for it. So yeah, Bananas is a little bit insecure. And because of his own insecurities and him thinking that his person Michelle is being stolen from him and his friend Michelle is being stolen from him, is going to be brainwashed. One of his people, one of his minions, one of his friends is going to be brainwashed against him by the old Devin, the mastermind Devin. He decides to warn her, all in good, you know, just as a friend. You know, I don't want to see you getting hurt. It has nothing to really do with the game.
He is using you.
Yep. Not even a warning, not even a be careful, just a flat out, he's using you definitively, like, because he's in Devin's head. Yeah.
This is what Michelle relays to Devin later on, and this is also what Olivia
confirms in her confessional. I was right there. That's not what you said, Johnny. You said he's using her, and I believe that. I believe it wholeheartedly. I commend Devin. I think he handled it very well. He didn't like go at him right away when he was angry, but he definitely, you know, spoke with him. Later
when Johnny was like trying to like talk to them and act like everything was fine and stuff, and he was like, "Oh no, don't be like coming over here acting like everything's good. Everything ain't good." And he was like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "Well, this is what's going on."
I feel like Johnny was like a dog with his tail between his legs at that point. He's just lying and denying.
He's like a little weasel.
Yes, he's just like, it's like, just own up to it. He wasn't even owning up to it. It's like, are you scared? Like, what is the deal?
And it was really like a slap across the face to Michelle, and I'm glad that she actually confronted him later. But it's really funny that Devin almost always comes out on top in an argument. So hats off to Devin for that. He always stays really cool and collected. And we always have said that the people that stay in control of their emotions and kind of laugh at the other people or make the other people look stupid, those are the people that are winning the argument. And Devin,
even if they're wrong, they're going to win the argument that way because you're looking like a crazy person. They're like, okay.
And Devin was sitting there and Devin was calm, and, you know, Johnny was getting kind of emotional and being like, "Thou dost protest too much, sir." He was protesting a lot and was saying, well, if you heard it that way, well, then I don't know why they told you it that way, which is like, we all know who told him. Michelle told him.
And so who do you think he's trusting
kind of calling more? Michelle a liar.
Yeah, your friend that you were just looking out for.
So Michelle had a problem with that. Michelle was like, you know, I'm sorry that happened, but I didn't lie.
I didn't lie. What did you expect me to do? Like, you told me this alarming information. Of course, I'm going to talk to him about it. But anyways, Devin handled that like a G. Don't get into an argument with Devin because those are dangerous waters. The dude knows how to handle himself in a verbal argument. And apparently, or what I think, do you think this is the same? I told her, I think he probably could handle himself in a physical altercation as well, which he was saying, you know, Bananas is makes me want to beat him up or whatever. And I said, a lot of people on Twitter are probably scoffing at him and be like, what are you going to do to Bananas? And I'm like, y'all, I happen to know from following Devin throughout the years, from Are You the One and stuff, and his confessionals and what he said, that he's the youngest of like 5 brothers or something like that. Maybe it's 5 of them and he's the 5th one. And he's the youngest of those brothers, and
maybe it's 5 of them.
Well, because I said he's the youngest of 5 brothers. So does that...
Maybe there's 5 of them and he's the 5th one?
Yeah,
That's I was the same way of saying that.
I thought that maybe I was saying the youngest of... Yeah, that does say that. That does say that. Okay, the youngest of 5 brothers. My bad, y'all. I overthought it. But, yes, so he has a lot of older brothers, guys. And he is used to fighting those who are bigger than him that he probably shouldn't... He's used to fighting people that are way bigger than him and older than him that he probably shouldn't be messing with. But he has admitted to, you know,
being scrappy. So she's like, he can do it.
I said he can probably back that up. But
anyway, long
anyways.
story short, there is trouble in the Bananas and Michelle Paradise.
And in the Bananas and Devin,
agree
to disagree, coexisting.
Kind of enemies, or, you know, like, he done made 2 rifts. The relationship is fractured, and we will see what shall come of those fractures.
Right. If the coexisting is called off, they will coexist no more. I'm just kidding.
Or the coexisting might be called off. It's a little...
It's a little rocky.
It's rocky.
He rocked the boat.
There's cause.
So, on to number 7. Very short one. Corey threatening Josh. Love to see it. Corey was like, "You throw me in if you want to, but, you know, when I come back, I'm going to know who I'm going to be targeting." And Josh just like...
He said, "I'm going to take this as a shot fired at me because that's what it is. And it will be returned."
Love to see it. Love to see it. I wish Josh had actually, you know, taken heed and been like, you know, maybe not do that. But it's okay. He made an enemy out of Corey, and
so
we're going to see if that's for payback.
Watching his back.
Right. Because he might have 2 enemies now. Like we said, Johnny Bananas might not be all forgiven now. So he might have Johnny and Corey now, when he could have just had Johnny still. So anyhow, number 8, Corey beating Brad. You know, good job, Corey, man. Good job. Good job. I was going for you. We were going for you.
He's not an easy competitor.
We like Brad.
We do.
Love Brad.
My gosh.
Been watching him for years.
He broke our hearts because he was saying, like, if he lost, then he didn't deserve to even be there.
No, sir. No, sir. You are wrong.
Don't you take away the fact that you are worthy of being there. Like, no.
There are people here that have never won, and they're worthy of being here. You are worthy of being here. You are a challenge champion. And...
everybody that was cast
you're a legend.
On the season was there for a reason. So, yeah.
Y'all have all brought something to this franchise, and that's why you are here. So, please, absolutely do not discredit yourself. Hold your head up high. There are many, many amazing warriors who have already left the game, and now you're just added to that. And that's okay, because on the season full of them, only one can win, or only a group of them can win. So.
He was a great competitor. He did not, like, lose, like, terribly. Like, that really could have been anybody's game. It was like a weird kind of challenge to, like,
weird eliminations we're seeing a little bit lately.
Eliminations.
But
so
Corey, first off, Brad, hold your head up high, went out like a boss. Second off, Corey, big ups to you because you won with grace. You were pumping up Brad, who was pretty down in that moment. And you're like, "You did that, man. You did that." You know,
they're both just stand-up guys, and
they are. They are. I wish neither one of them were down there, but I'm happy to see Corey come out with the W because I really would love to see him win this season. Like, he's been trying so hard for so long. I want to see my guy get the win. He's grown so much. He's grown up on this show. Literally watched him mature from an F-boy to, you know, a dad now and a family man. So would really like to, and I know he's still growing.
In a long-term relationship that you need to talk about more. Put some respect on your girl's name.
Yeah.
Put a ring on her finger.
Right, because everybody knows you're a dad, but, you know.
And everybody knows
you love your girls.
She comes from the same world.
Talk about your queen,
reality
too.
TV. Like,
talk about your,
we don't understand.
Ride or die, ace boom coon. Yeah, everybody knows who she is, too. Yeah, so we are going to tell you, Corey. Start mentioning her more. She's one of your girls, too. All right. So, but Corey, yeah, he was kind. He was a kind winner, and we love to see it. Happy for you, Corey. Congratulations. You're still in the game, my guy. Then Rachel beat Johnny, and Team Real Rules is now Era 1. Era 1 has no more real world people on it.
They showed their old pictures from back in the day. It was awesome. It was really cool because Tina was gorge. I mean, she's still gorge. I was like, man, look at Tina.
She was like, go back, look at Tina. But yeah, I'm excited to see it. I would be more excited to see it if
it was fair.
They actually had a chance, if they had a fighting chance. But we know this is not a fair competition. They're not going to sit people out. So they're just going to continue to crumble unless they can continue to win eliminations, which is possible.
Well, and see, the thing is now, because Josh chose to do what he did and literally screwed over his whole era, to where, you know, Era 3 is not going to be looking out for them.
Era 3 should
for them. I do think that this is an opportunity for Era 1 to fade into the background as long as they don't lose anymore. The other teams will take shots at each other.
If I was Era 1, I would try to make a deal with Era 3, because why wouldn't Era 3 want to work with them? They're the weakest team there. So if they can help them make it to the end, it only makes the final easier for them. But you kind of got to do that on the low if you can. But
the field is set for Era 1 to be able to take a break, I think. We'll see.
Yeah. Era 4 may have, messed themselves up, shot themselves in the foot.
I really do think so.
But what we have to say about Rachel and Johnny is, Rachel, first off, my goodness, you did better than the guys. You got 5 of those balls on those hooks or whatever
Rachel
they were.
Is amazing.
She's a boss, man.
She is a competitor. She still has it. And Johnny did a great job as well. Johnny
did do a great job as well. Good job, Johnny.
It wasn't like a blowout. And so, congratulations to her.
So keep your head held up high too, Johnny. Like, don't get too down on yourself. I know it's hard and you really wanted to prove yourself on the flagship show, but you have done wonders on All Stars and you've done well here too. I do want to give you some advice to play a more loyal, straightforward game.
Yeah, don't play so scared.
I've seen you play a very weaselly game, not only here, but like
on
in the
All-Stars as well.
All-Stars and on World Champs.
We were not rooting for you. Those
seasons,
honestly,
it's hard to root for. And it's hard for us as viewers to root for, and it's also hard for people in the house to root for and play alongside. Like, if y'all are doing an honor system, stick to that honor system and just do what you have to do. Like what you're doing doesn't make sense. If everybody on your team is stepping up, then the people around you are going to make sure you step up too, whether you want to or not. So you might
as well just step up. Please stop playing this scared
Don't
game.
sell yourself short. You've done all this stuff. Believe in yourself. And don't, like Alicia said, don't play a scared game.
But then at the same time, I did bring up to Anitra, it was weird that they were letting Michelle choose when she felt comfortable to volunteer. Like, everybody on her team at that point had already volunteered female-wise. Why does she get to decide if she's comfortable or not? Because it's like, if she wasn't comfortable, then somebody else would have been going again. Jenny already went again. I don't understand. So if they're doing that for her, I can understand Johnny being like, well, why do I have to go in? Like, why y'all ain't making Michelle go in? Michelle got a lot of power, y'all. And more power to her for having it. I guess people are playing her game. It is crazy. They are playing her game.
She might be right. But, I just want better for Johnny. Believe in
yourself.
I believe in you. So, I want you to believe in yourself.
Stop being so afraid of these people.
And I want you to play a more loyal game because you do need allies in this game. And you tend to stab people. You stab Kellyanne in the back. You tend to stab some people in the back.
This game has literally become a game of friendship. And the people that are lasting the longest are the people that have those connections. So you better get some connections. Because otherwise you will be a casualty.
And the way to do that is by, being friendly, but also by backing, like being a person of your word and looking out for people. All right, but good job, Johnny. Glad to have seen you on the season. I hope you come back again, and I hope you go further and you play a better game.
Yes.
Excited for Rachel. Amazing. You are a warrior. Like,
them women scared. Scared.
And Team Road Rules, we're going to see what you do. Hoping for you. And now, last thing I want to talk about on our highlight list is the new targets. What do we think about the new targets? Let's see if we can remember.
It was
it's almost
Rachel
a week ago.
And Corey that got to choose them. And obviously on Era 1, they can only choose Tina again. So it's Tina and Darrell volunteered, which was really nice.
Love to see him. Yeah. It's about time.
Apparently, Derek, whatever he did with his leg, because we thought he had broken it, based off the sound effect and what he said, but apparently I guess he didn't.
He still might be on borrowed time though, guys. So, you just never know. But hoping and praying that he'll be able to stick it out and not have any lasting ramifications because of it.
I think that was smart of Darrell to volunteer though, because if it was Derek, you can almost guarantee that they would have thrown them in there because they're easy to get rid of because he's clearly injured in some way. So
that was it. He needed to do that. So Darrell and Tina. For Era 1, then for Era 2, we get... That's when we find out that you can't put in the same people twice because we were just like, why not just pick Laurel and
puts in Aviv.
Bananas again? Aviv and Nehemiah is who they put in because they're friends with Ryan and Derek. So
Ryan and Derek are so protected right now.
And you know what? I'm happy for them. And honestly, also, why not keep putting in those two to try to weaken their team?
Nehemiah doesn't deserve to keep going in.
He doesn't deserve.
Put Johnny in, that's fine, but
yeah, I don't want to see Nehemiah be put in.
I
don't want to see Nehemiah be put in. I really don't. So, but I get the strategy that they're going.
Aviv was sad, but we were happy that Cara didn't go back in again because we feel like she doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, keep her out, man. She's been through enough.
And next time, put Laurel back in.
Yep, that's what I agree with.
So for Air 3,
it's back to Jordan and Nia, guys. Nia
Nia
got picked, and then Jordan was like, you know what? I'm going with my girl again. So yeah, they must be the team. But also something that I'm wondering is if Jordan goes down when he feels like he can beat certain people. I don't know. I'm just trying to feel this guy out.
Jordan also going with Nia though is in a way protecting her because nobody's gonna really want to throw Jordan in. So I think that's really cool that he has gone in with her twice now.
Yeah.
So
I like it.
I know
she likes it. And you know what, the way I view it, and I hope it's this way, it may not be this way, but I know that Devin and Tori are each other's number one. So even though, you know, Tori has Jordan's back immensely, Devin's her number one. So Jordan needs a number one who's not Tori. Someone who's going to make him their number one. So I think that Nia. His number one might be Nia. And Nia is...
Which again, you guys, I know we say it all the time, but it's so nice to see how
full circle
their journey has gone. Yeah, it's amazing. They're so close now.
They did a 180, y'all.
So,
y'all, isn't it crazy how we say full circle, but then we say don't say 360 because then you're going full circle, essentially? So it's like, how does that work?
It's not a full circle, yeah.
Yeah. We funny. Humans are funny, y'all.
But we didn't correct the other one.
Yeah.
And then Era 4, Michelle feels comfortable to step up now. And who has stepped up with her?
Is it Kylan?
I think so.
And it's like, why isn't Theo going in? What are you guys doing? Are y'all protecting him? Is he like y'all's MVP and y'all don't want to chance like people wanting to put him in? Like I'm so
yet to be
bewildered right now. Yeah, he's yet to go in. So what are your thoughts on that? What is the reason why Theo is escaping being the target on these teams, for his era? But yeah, we're excited to see this. It kind of seems like an even playing field a little bit. Like you could argue that all of these eras don't have the most popular people on them. Like, you know, yes, Jordan's really popular, but Nia isn't. She's kind of new to the flagship, or she's coming back to the flagship. Nehemiah is kind of well known. But Aviv, she just kept coming back, and Nehemiah is only so well known.
I would be the throw-ins for sure, because they are not well connected, either one of them.
But then again, Tina and Darrell ain't so, you know, they're not super popular either.
Yeah, one of them are going to probably be the dead losers, and then the other one will be sent in, possibly.
And then you get, who did I say? Was it Kylan and Michelle?
Kylan and Michelle. They're
not super popular either. So
yeah, they are. They're very well integrated into the house. They're not.
That's what she thinks. But Era 4 also just screwed over. Yeah, but Devin ain't down there, so Jordan and Nia can throw them in there.
Yeah.
I think it's a free-for-all, personally.
Yeah, and it's anybody's game as far as who gets thrown into the elimination who's going to come out. So,
and I'm excited to see it. I am.
Should be exciting. We only got to wait 2 days.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really, really appreciate you.
Especially with it coming out so late.
Oh my gosh, it's so late.
But we're going to get Polly back on here. We also got Nia coming up shortly, hopefully. And it's going to be amazing. We're going to be on our P's and Q's. We're going to do this the right way. We're going to be prepared. And we're not going to waste anybody's time, including our own, including yours. So, but thank you guys so much for your mercy and your grace for us. And thank you for supporting us. Thank you for subscribing to our channel so that when we drop these things, you know right away. Because you never know when something's going to happen. And it's going to come out late because of that something. But yes, guys, we appreciate you guys so much. Immensely, we appreciate you. And can't wait to see y'all next time. Till next time, guys. Y'all be blessed. Be blessed. Be safe out there.